Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be kind of doing a review slash kind of a little bit of a revamp, and I'm going to take you guys with the revamp and whatnot, what I'm going to do, what I'm not going to do, all that stuff. And, well, let's start with the review part. First of all, this is the Traxxas Maxx. I own this thing for about 2 years now, 3-ish. Literally have had almost no problems with it. This thing is very, very fast. It feels like about 55 at least. Wheelies for days. I can carry a wheelie down the street like no problem at all. It's insane. It's like Big Brother, but in a smaller package, basically. And I own Big Brother, which is the Traxxas Maxx. Let's take off the body shell here real quick. Kind of show you underneath in case any of you are kind of seeing the Traxxas Maxx for the very first time. So, camera. All right, so ESC is a 4S ESC Lineon. The very long can that is capable of 4S. I forget what the kV rating is for it and everything. It does have 2 fans. My fans have been okay, but I have heard people have been having trouble with them. But mine have been fine, literally. They've been great. Like I said, I've almost had no problems with this thing. Big, huge steering servo. I was very surprised the day that these things came out. They came out with a very big steering servo. But it gets the job done. It's a wee bit slow, but I'm not racing. This is a basher. I don't need to worry about how fast my wheels can turn. Traxxas normal remote. Give me 1 second. I still have the TQ in it with multifunction and all that stuff. So it's been a very good remote as well. Suspension, since we got done with the powertrain and steering. Like people say, this thing loves to roll over, and that's going to be one upgrade down the line. I think I'm going to do like a suspension video and whatnot. Upgrading the suspension because I do have the blue shocks coming in, which are different rating shocks, kind of help with the whole steering thing. I'm not going to do the wide max kit. I think it looks kind of goofy. So, but yeah, it likes to roll over, and the one big thing, main reason why, is because of Traxxas's famous high center gravity chassis that they love so much. But at the same time, it's kind of like it's a monster truck. It's gonna roll over. Come on. I mean, I made Stumpy and he still rolled over, and I made him to the lowest amount of suspension that I could get to him. But anyway, I think this... Oh, I do got one little concern about this thing. If you guys own a Traxxas Maxx and you have this kind of problem, so one of these wheels, I think it's this wheel, I think, it has a bit of wheel wobble whenever I'm driving. Like it goes like that, and I don't know why it does that. I mean, it's not my only Traxxas that I've had it, but I would kind of like a little bit of an answer, kind of just a little concerned and all that. But I also kind of noticed that the suspension components kind of wiggle a little bit, so I think that's the main reason why. But yeah, I think probably for the next thing is to get the upgrades on, and the upgrades that we're going to be putting on it, well, one upgrade is the Traxxas Light Kit. I'm going to be putting on there. I'm going to go ahead and put it on there and kind of tell you tips and all that to do. Concerns I may have, little tidbits and all that. So that's one thing. And also a new body shell, which I'm going to leave for the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. See you then. All right, now we're back. Got the light kit all installed, and it was pretty much a very easy installation. Pretty much it comes with some zip ties that you can put down. There's one right there, very, very tiny zip ties. Gives you a nice good diagram where everything should go. I kind of made a few slightly modifications because I was a little confused sometimes on the diagram where everything went, but overall it's pretty easy installation. One little tip that I do recommend is when you're installing it, put the selector kind of module, if you want to call it that, the amplifier and whatnot, right at the center, just at first, kind of give yourself a nice good layout. And don't screw it in immediately, just kind of leave it loose. And pretty much just go through everything, look at the diagram. I mean, the diagram is actually pretty easy to follow. Get that over here. It's pretty easy instructions overall, and a pretty simple installation, I must say. Gives you pretty much how to do everything, which, you know what, I will give you a good kind of tutorial on how everything works. So first things first, we're gonna power it up. I already have my controller on, if any of you are wondering. And all right, we'll go ahead and plug her right on in. There we go. Let's start her right up. As you can see, the light kit is already on. And if you want to go to high beams, there's high beams. There's off for off. And then click it once again to put it back up to normal beam. And if you are wondering, yes, it does have reverse lights. So if I hit reverse, and you go forward, it'll turn it off, like so. So yeah, pretty much a very good installation overall. And then it's pretty much very easy, like I keep saying, very easy to install. Probably, yeah, usually anything Traxxas right now has been pretty easy to install. And well, there is one last thing before I let you all go and whatnot. I'm pretty sure, because I did say I did get a new body shelf for this thing, and as you can see, the old one, it's pretty done. It's pretty wore out. So I gave it new outside parts and whatnot, and well, I will get it on here very shortly. And boom, there's the new body shelf for it. I pretty much went a kind of a fade color, so it goes from white to light blue. And then I don't know why, I kind of wanted to do the Dodge shaker hood kind of ordeal, so I kind of painted the little kind of upper hood piece right there black. I got brand new guard for it and new back guard for it. It was kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to buy the light kit too, is so that way I could pretty much get brand new outside parts that usually get wear and tear on them. Even though I know this thing is going to get beat up, but still make it look nice while it still is. And I did put shoe goo and drywall tape on it to durability, make it more durable. Let's get it off here, if I can get it off. Nice, and it's all shoe goo and drywall taped up. Kind of left the windows alone because it was showing the drywall tape in the back, so I didn't really want that. There's a few little imperfections, like the drywall tape kind of sticking out there, but I'm not too worried about it. If you are gonna do the shoe goo and drywall tip method, I do recommend you keep the kind of cover on the kind of cover that all body shells come with. before you put on the shoe goo, just in case if you did what I did here, and that is I accidentally put my finger right here while I was putting on the shoe goo, and I kind of wiped there, and I'm not pretty proud of that at the moment, but hey, you live and learn. Anything else? The cage was pretty easy to put back on. I kind of recommend take a picture before you get really in depth into it, so that way you kind of remember where everything is. So yeah, that is pretty much my kind of little revamp Traxxas Maxx. So like I said at the beginning, a little bit of review. It's very good, very durable. I've had pretty much no issues with it. So besides the tumbling, but it's a monster truck. I mean, come on. Next video of this thing, I think I'm gonna do suspension. Do some suspension stuff with it. Maybe I'll show you guys how to do a shock or two. So anyway, if you like what you saw, don't be afraid to hit the like and subscribe if you are new. And I think that's pretty much about it. So until next time, have a good one.